Noelle Granger. I'm a professor emerita from the University of North Carolina School of Medicine. Well, I've been an anatomist since 1965 and have been teaching at UNC medical students since 1981. And also teach histology and really enjoy the field. It was my graduate degree in anatomy. I'm a frustrated medical illustrator, so I decided to go to a school where they taught anatomy and I could illustrate. My work with Elsevier began with a little book called The Crash Course in Anatomy. And after that, I was invited to be an editor on the 3rd edition of Netter, I believe, and then again on the 4th edition. And all the time that I was doing that, I was working on this online program, which began with a foot. I had asked one of my graduate students if they would dissect the plantar surface of a foot because the medical students were having a hard time seeing the various layers. She did such a good job that we decided to expand and do dissections of the thorax and the abdomen, and then I think the knee. And at that point, we decided, because she had found a grant source, in fact she came running down the hall waving this paper one day, that we would apply to the Fund for the Improvement of Post-Secondary Education. We applied. We had 24 hours to get the preliminary in. We did, and they came back and said that they'd like us to write a full grant. We wrote a full grant and we got it. So that allowed us to go back and start filming again, and this time do it sequentially from the back to the upper limb, thorax, abdomen, pelvis, and lower limb. And then we ran out of money. So we were at that point sharing the program with several other schools, and they were testing it for us, and we got good feedback. And then we kind of sat for a few years trying to find funding. And I approached Elsevier, and they were interested in the project, and they funded the rest of the project. So we got to finish the head and neck, which took, I think, about as long as the initial project did. So we completed it about maybe 9 or 10 months ago. I think the need that it meets for the students is that it allows them to see what a real dissection looks like. Netter is a gorgeous atlas, but it's perfect. A lot of other videos show you what the dissection's like after it's done. Here, we show them how you actually go through the dissection. Now, there's a lot of stuff that's left out, and the students said, oh, this video only took 10 minutes, but it took us half an hour to do the dissection because we leave out all of the fat removal and a lot of the skinning and things like that. So, but they do get to see the dissection and how difficult it is sometimes to pick out structures that they're supposed to see. So I think it fulfills a need in that it gives the student an idea of what they're facing when they do the dissection. The students love Netter. It shows them exactly what the structure looks like, and because sometimes even the dissection is not perfect, and I don't think, unless you spend a month, you're not going to see an absolutely perfect dissection every time. The Netter Atlas helps to fill in where the dissection is not perfect. There's a lot of variation between bodies, and sometimes what you see in Netter is not what you see in the body. So Netter is a great ancillary tool. A lot of the material that we teach the students, of course, now is online. And so the trends are to go to an iPhone or an iPad so that they can carry this with them and study wherever they are. So I think that having a program that's adaptable to this kind of technology is where things are heading now.